Cristiano Ferreira stood on the precipice of his dreams. At 27 years old, he found himself gazing over the emerald waters of the Pacific Ocean, the setting sun casting a golden hue over the waves that crashed against the cliffs below. A solitary figure, he breathed in the salty air, trying to calm the whirlwind of emotions that churned within him. This was it, his moment at the Olympics was finally arriving, and with it, the weight of his entire life rested on his shoulders. Raised in the bustling city of Rio de Janeiro, Cristiano didn't just have the ocean's waves and the samba-filled streets around him, he had greatness pulsating through his veins. Inspired by the athletes he had watched as a child, Cristiano found solace in swimming. As a young boy, he would often delve into the waters of Ipanema Beach, feeling more at home in the embrace of the ocean than on the dry sands where his peers would play. Cristiano's journey began on a rainy afternoon when he was just 10 years old. While his friends were playing football in the mud, he spotted an older boy practicing strokes in the local swimming pool. Intrigued, he approached the edge and watched in awe as the swimmer propelled himself with effortless grace. That day, he made a promise to himself: he would become a champion swimmer. The first few years were fraught with challenges. Cristiano's mother, Lucia, worked 2 jobs to support him and his younger sister, Maria. They lived in a modest apartment in one of Rio's favelas, where boys often diverted their energies into street games rather than sports. But Cristiano held onto his dream with fierce determination. Every morning before dawn, he would rise, slipping out of the house so as not to wake Lucia, and bike to the community pool. There, he trained relentlessly, often swimming the same lengths while his peers chose to sleep. As he grew older, the challenges intensified. The pool was infested with issues, its filtration system often broke down, leaving the water murky. Equipment was limited, and Cristiano frequently had to swim with goggles that leaked and caps that had seen better days. Yet, with every stroke, he fueled his passion and carved out his resolve. His small victories, breaking personal records, drove him forward. Soon, he was invited to join a competitive swim team, and this transformed his life. At 16, Cristiano was sponsored by a local NGO that recognized his potential. With scholarships in hand, he attended better training facilities, where elite coaches saw his tenacity. Over the years, he grew into a formidable swimmer, shattering local records and bringing home medals from national competitions. His discipline earned him the respect of his peers, and more importantly, he became a source of inspiration for the children back in the favela. But success never came without a price. The stress of competition wore on him as he advanced through the ranks. He suffered injuries, bouts of self-doubt, and the pressure to secure a future for himself and his family. At 20, just 2 years away from the Rio Olympics, Cristiano faced his biggest setback, a shoulder injury that required surgery and several months of rehabilitation. Lying in his hospital bed, the reality of his dream slipping through his fingers, he envisioned the moment he would stand on that Olympic podium. With tears in his eyes, he reminded himself of the promise he made at 10 years old. Drawing on the same determination that got him to where he was, he pushed through the pain, attending therapy sessions and rebuilding strength with the fury of a tempest. When the day of the Rio Olympics arrived, Cristiano was ready, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. The crowd buzzed with excitement, a sea of colors dancing in the stands, while athletes from all over the world prepared to make history. Cristiano could feel the energy coursing through his veins, and as the finals approached, every heartbeat reminded him of all the sacrifices he had made. He took his place on the starting block, his heart racing. This was a culmination of years of dedication, hardship, and resilience. The starting gun fired, and he surged forward, gliding through the water as if he were a dolphin breaking through the waves. Each stroke felt like a connection to his childhood dreams, the faces of his mother and sister etched in his mind as he pushed faster and deeper. Around him, competitors thrived on intensity, each moment pulsed with urgency. The finish line approached rapidly, and Cristiano could hear the cheers of the crowd rising in a roaring crescendo. He reached the wall, flipping over expertly before propelling himself toward the end. Time slowed. When he touched the wall, the world faded away for a moment as he listened for the announcement of the results. As the outcome flashed on the screen, disbelief washed over him: Cristiano Ferreira, gold medalist. His heart soared, and he turned, drowning in the noise of celebrations. Tears streamed down his face as he caught sight of his mother and sister, pride shining in their eyes. It was more than just a medal, it was the triumph of their shared sacrifices, the embodiment of unvoiced dreams, and the power of resilience. As he donned the gold medal, Cristiano realized his journey didn't end here. He was determined to inspire young athletes from his neighborhood, so they, too, could chase their dreams, no matter their circumstances. His triumph at the Olympics became the first step toward a new chapter, one dedicated to giving back, to instilling hope in the hearts of those who dared to dream. In the years that followed, Cristiano Ferreira's legacy was forged beyond the accolades. He founded swimming programs in the favelas of Rio de Janeiro, creating pathways for young swimmers to experience what he had, the transformative power of sport. And although the gold medal was a symbol of victories, it was the spirit in him that resonated deeper, a spirit unbroken, standing firm against the waves of life.